Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if this is your first time, thank you for coming on to this episode. We'll be drafting out these half length blazers. So this is the back pattern. So making a straight line on the shoulder part, and that will be our starting point. So from there, I measured 10 inches. That is my chest, and that's my bust line, and 16 inches as my waistline, and also the half length. That is the length for the half length. So from there, make a straight line. Make sure your hand is straight. That's breast point and the waist point. So from there, I measure the neck by 3 inches for the weight, and my shoulder is 8. Sorry, my shoulder is 8. I remove 1 inches for the shoulder slant part, and I measured my remaining 7. I believe we all can actually draft out normal basic body. That's my chest point, and you make your slant area. So from there, what I'll be doing next is you measure for your neck. You are using 2 inches for the back. Then break out your French curve, or if you can also use your hand, you can also use your hand to make an arc there. So from there, I measured my bust point, my normal bust point. Then from the bust point, I just make an arc to join the normal shoulder. So from there was a mistake actually, so I had to recorrect myself. That is why I have like two shaded parts that are not being needed. So from there, I measured 4 inches from the center of the back to that's my chest point. That's my nipple to nipple, which was 8. So I measured 4 all through. Then I make a straight line. So from there, excuse me, sorry about that. I measured half inches inward and half inches outward too. That's for my darts. That's our darts for the back. So from there, what I just did is I measure my bust point, my waist point, my waist measurements. Oh, sorry, my bust measurement. That's for the chest. My bust measurements, and I added 1.5 inches allowance for seam allowance. So from here, for the waist part to, which is our normal full length part, I measured my normal measurements, and the 1 inches that I used for the dart. So we return it back, and then I added 1.5 inches. Then I make a line, joining line together to join that. So what next you'll be doing is that I came in by half inches there. That's to prevent that place from being bulgous or bulging out. For the back, you have fitted back, then you cut it out. As you see me doing, I make sure your hand is straight while making the cutting. So for the front part, I actually leave a lot of excess space, so that was a mistake. So only what you can just do is that normal from the shoulder. Okay, that's my breast points on the bust and waist point. Now I deducted like on a nose from the center of your front, from the center of the fabric of the pattern paper, or let me say the fabric you'll be using. Just make sure you have like 6 inches, and from the top down it's like 6 inches too. Though I made an excess allowance, I leave an excess allowance there. So just make sure yours is 6 by 6, 6 at the top for the lapel for the collar aspect, and 6 from the center inward. I extended the normal lines that I drew earlier. So this line here will be our starting point. Did you understand? So from there, I take my shoulder measurements, and I, as usual, the slant shoulder ½ inches, then come down by 7. How I got 7 for my shoulder is I divided my bust by 6, and add 1½ inches. So from there, that was how I always get my chest points. So you measure the 1 inches first for the slant. So from the slant part to downward, you measure your bust divided by 6 plus 1½ inches. So for the front part, my nipple to nipple is 8, so that's 4, 4. Then from there, I'll make a straight line cutting, and for the darts, and from the breast point, you come down by 1 inches down. So the darts will start from the 1 inch, from the where the normal 1 inch started from under the bust. So you go in there by 1 inches and come in by half inch. So for the neck part, come down by 3. So our neck for the front is 3 by 3. Make the normal arc with your French curve or your free hand, but make sure it is straight, like it is neat, it is accurate. So from there, I divided my shoulder into 2 and came inside by ½ inch, and I use my French curve to join. Okay, from there, I measure my bust point, and I use my French curve to join the presbyterian dots together. I believe you all know about this. And if you're a beginner, if this is your first time, I believe this video will be helpful. My bust measurements, my and my waist measurements. So for the waist measurements, you also have to add the number 1½ inches that will be deducted in the that area. So from there, we were unable to add um seam allowance on this, so but I'll make sure that it is added on this normal fabric, on the fabric. There was a mistake there, that's why I had to redo it. Then make the normal straight line. So from here, you extend your lapel by 1 inches down to your waist area. and make a straight line. Then you join the line to the normal neck arc, just a straight line. Then from there, you measure where you want your lapel to fall. So I don't want it to fall at exactly the 16 inches. I want it to be on the 15 inches. I measure 15 inches and I join I use a straight line and make a straight line as you see me doing. So from there, I came out by additional 1 inches. Then I extended my lapel to be a little bit wider. So the first line is of no use anymore. So now I measured my neck circumference. That is what we'll be using in extending the lapel area, the collar area. Sorry. And make sure that your tape rule is aligned with the normal straight line you've made earlier. So then, not making a normal straight line. Then go out by half an inch and join it back to the straight line. So that will make it to fall on your neck. Then measure how wide you want the collar to be. I used 4 inches. So you can make yours to be more than, and you can leave it at the same 4 inches. Then make a straight line with your ruler. Then from there, you come to your lapel area and deduct an half inch, measure an half inch, and then join to the normal first line as you see me doing there. Then you use your French cuff to make an arc there. So that has given us our collar and our lapel. So from there, you divide the shoulder into two, and you make a point, and also so you join this. You make a straight line from the shoulder to the press point, so it will be a slant. Also do the same for the back too. Measure your shoulder into two, then at the middle, the measurements make a straight line as you see it on the screen. So from here, you can decide to cut out the lapel area, the collar, sorry, from the main body, and you can also decide to leave it like that. But I'll prefer you leaving it. If you are a beginner, it will make your work neater. It will make your work very neat. Sorry. So I cut out the excess parts, and also I also cut out the dark part, the dark area, and that is where you're going to join the collar. You see, it is for the back. That is the major reason why we measure that there, to give us the measurement that we use to extend the collar out. So cut out the darts, and normal blazers you have for joining. So cut it out from there. And don't forget that while cutting on the fabric, you just leave half inches for the sewing allowance for joining the fabric together. So that is front A, front B. Make sure you find something to demarcate for you to know. And that's the back A and back B. So guys, you are good to go. This is normal half length. So for the remaining half length, half part of the blouse, or it can also be for I actually made a blouse, not a gown. Though the picture is a gown, but I make a blouse. My customer wants a blouse, so I just cut a normal straight line for the pleating. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.